Hey, Aisha. Oh, guys, sorry, I was a little bit late this login. Like I was telling the guys in the group, I was talking to the guy about those 80 acres. I spoke to him yesterday. So the status is this: I sent him a contract, 12K an acre. He wanted 15. I spoke to him. I sent it to him last week. I didn't want to be an eager buyer, so I didn't call him. He didn't call me. I didn't call him. Called him yesterday. We spoke. I told him, hey, what's going on, Mike? Just checking in on that agreement. Did you guys decide to just pass on it? He's like, no, actually, I am interested. It's just that I've been traveling. He has cattle. So he's like, I have cattle that I've been moving around. My kids are in what's called like the FFA for Future Farmers of America. So I've been doing events with livestock. So, oh, no worries. And he's like, yeah, but he's like, you sent it for me. I saw the numbers. So yeah, I sent it to you for 12K, and you wanted 15. It's like, yeah, it's a lot of difference. Like, yeah, it's 3K per acre. Yeah, but then you multiply it by 80 acres, so it's a big chunk. So you know what, Mike? Again, it's a big decision for your family. Again, it's also going to be a big decision for me to make sure to have the funds available to be able to close on this transaction. Take your time. Again, settle you down with your travels and your cattle, and let me know. I was thinking he was gonna call me on Saturday, on Sunday when he's back home. He called me right now. He called me like at 11:20. So I've been on the call since with him. Again, we were going back and forth. He wanted to stay at the 15. I tell him I can't do it at the 15 and guarantee you closing. The thing is this, again, right now money is hard to get because the rates are real high. Most likely I'm gonna have to get somebody that's gonna lend me the money at a real high interest. I can definitely afford that, but of course, it looks better for my portfolio as for my numbers to be at a lower price. Because again, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get your property. I'm gonna have to pay for the survey. I'm gonna have to pay for the subdevelopment. I'm gonna have to pay as far as for the diagram, for the engineer to do me all the work. I'm gonna have to pay for the soil test. I'm gonna have to pay for the what's it called to go talk to the permitter in that city. So all that is gonna be coming out of my pocket. It's gonna be around 3,000 to 4,000, depending on what how heavy do I go on the what's it called on the studies. That's what I was telling him. So again, and I am taking a bigger risk because again, that area it probably qualifies for subdevelopment. But again, I'm more comfortable being at 12 because of that. And he's like, no, I understand. And he's like, well, we're going back and forth. He wanted to be at 15. I want to be at 12. Then he moved it. Well, can you take 14? Again, 14, 1,000 times 80, that's 80K discount. He's like, well, you know what? Can you? And then we started like at 12.2, 12.3. So I'm thinking, I gave him my last and final at 12.8. He most likely is going to come at 13. So 13K, it's what are we at 13K? Let's see. So it's 13K times 80. That's $1,040,000. So that's how much I'm going to be. What's it called, the purchase price. Now this transaction, I have two buyers, two people that one that I really know that he's doing a development within 3 miles from there, and two more one that I know by him and one that is new. And I asked him, what are you? Because he bought his 40 acre plot there. He paid 23 for it, and he bought it this last year, probably after the crash of the rates going up. He's like, about it for 23K. So they're going for like 21, 23, around that price range. So again, worst case scenario, if I lock it up for 13 and I sell it for, let's say 20, that's 7K per acre minus fees and everything. So 7K times 80, that's 560, right? If I do sell it at the 21, 22, which I'm thinking 22 will be a good price, not 23, 22, because it's a bigger plot. If I do sell it at 22 minus 13, you're looking at 9K per acre. So 9K per acre times 80, $720,000. Again, that's a projected profit. It's crazy as far as this would be once I lock it. I know I'll close it. It's a matter of just the time. And again, reeling in the customer. The biggest transaction that I've had done on a single property. Again, it's crazy. It's the same as any house. I think the houses might be more tedious because of what has to be done. You have to do a title, you have to do inspections, you have to make sure the foundation. But the same work. It's just getting more comfortable talking bigger numbers. Instead of talking 150 for a property, you're talking $1 million. So, and I going back to this property, this lead came via an RVM that I sent to his personal house. He said, no, I'm not interested. And then I asked him, do you have anything that you might be interested on in that area? He's like, yeah, I have 2 40-acre plots. And that coverage started. He wanted to be at 18 at first, then 15. And now I'm probably gonna most likely lock it at 13. So again, that's why the reason for the delay. It's crazy. It's not surreal because I know what I'm capable of. It's just the amount. But again, all the glory goes to the above for allowing me to be at this position, right? And yeah, it's crazy. What was I gonna tell you guys? So this week, let me just do a recap before I ask. Recap, I got 160. I'll send you a screenshot right now. Again, like 605 leads that I'm gonna have my skip and trace and get done. I did partner up with one guy local. That guy is he's a buyer. He owns a car lot. He bought 2 properties here in our area, cash at an auction. He didn't get screwed on both of them, but he's getting his money's tied because both of them had an attorney that blocked the foreclosure. Not only did he didn't block the foreclosure because they were sold at foreclosure, but the tenants were still there. So he's doing a stay. And I was talking to him on Thursday. He's like, yeah, unfortunately, it might not be moral or ethical, but it's not illegal. Him doing those delays are possible, and the judge will approve them. And then eventually down the road, it'll come where you are the actual owner. It's like when Marlboro, when they got sued for cancer sticks. How long did it take for them to get a fine? Then we knew in day one that they were at fault, but all the delay as far as paperwork delay, it took almost 20 years for them to get fined and have to not only pay the lawsuit and put on their displays that they can cause cancer. But you see, they were guilty in the beginning, but again, it was just a matter of paperwork. And this attorney that he was talking about, I know that attorney. Again, that's again, like it or not, that's what's good about an attorney. If you're protecting properties from getting foreclosed, that's the good thing about an attorney. That he's a criminal attorney. Again, because he knows the ways around. Maybe they're not ethical ways around. Maybe they're not moral, but they're legal. So if he can block a foreclosure and block it, or even after you buy it, block you at taking possession of the property, that's his business. That's what, again, I'm not an attorney, but if I was an attorney, I would do that. If I had clients that maybe they lost the property, again, I heard one of my mentors that I follow, that I was one of his under his coaching, redemption periods for foreclosures. What happened to this one? Let me just, before I go, that I brought this in. He had a property. He was fixing it with a what's it called? He was fixing it with a local partner, a local student that he was teaching, right? He told the teacher, he told the student, okay, we bought this property as a pre-foreclosure cash cow. Again, we're gonna fix it. We don't buy the whole property. We just take title to the property. Again, we know the property is gonna go to foreclosure. We know it's already been in foreclosure. We blocked it once, or it's gonna be coming up for foreclosure. In this case, it was coming up for foreclosure. He said, okay, go record this document, but we are not the rightful owners. Once you record that, any other foreclosures will get notified. So before that, they went to foreclosure, they blocked it. Perfect. His experience is that every foreclosure stop, it takes around 3 to 4 months for the bank to restart it and try to foreclose again. So once he blocked it, he told the student, go record this document. His fault that he said, and he accepts, is that he didn't follow up with the student to make sure that this document was recorded. So it didn't get notified. The day of the foreclosure, the local real estate attorney, local real estate agent that he was talking to called him, hey, did you know that, are you gonna buy this property at auction? Because it's going to auction right now. Like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, it's in auction right now, and it's about 10, 20 minutes. Long story short, it did go to foreclosure. They lost it. He's like, fuck. Now, between when they first got in the foreclosure day, when they got foreclosed, they had to re-put things in that property. As far as they had rehabbed it. It was, I think they had put like 20, 40 into it. And I think they owe the bank 73, and it was valued at 178. So there was like 40K in what's called in rehab, plus the profit that they had lost. So then he's like, well, I want to try to see if we can bring this back. He as far as remove the foreclosure, like reverse the foreclosure. Sure enough, he talked to the right people there. There is such a thing as far as foreclosure, a motion to redeem. I don't know. I need to figure out if in Texas that's allowed, but I think he's in Ohio. You can do it within you have 6 months to get it back, but you have to put your petition within 10 to 14 days of when it gets foreclosed. So that's another strategy as far as getting properties. If this property goes to foreclosure and you notice a bunch of equity, you know it's already vacant, you just got to call a client. You know what? It already got foreclosed. You already lost it. I'm going to give you 5K. Give me a power of attorney where I represent you, and I'm going to go back and try to get that property back. Once we get it back, I'll give you 5K. And if you do get it back, you get the power of attorney, the deeds and everything, you can literally take it back from the bank. Or in this case, even worse. In this case, for him, it was taken back from another investor that bought it at the auction. It didn't go straight to the bank, which is easier. No, it went to an investor. He was able to retract it and get it back. So again, that I didn't even know the redeem. But yeah, if I need to figure out, talk to an attorney here locally to see if we can have motions to redeem here in my area, that's another strategy, because there's a lot of properties that have 60, 70, 80K of equity that are vacant. Like I was telling a guy that I'm partnering up with here locally, that one that I just said, I don't really target too many foreclosures because, again, it takes a lot of work. You have to go, because you see those clients, they don't pick up the phone. You literally have to knock on the door. Hopefully with this guy, we'll partner up. He'll do all the paper, he'll do all the legwork. I'll teach him how to talk to the clients. And then when it comes to locking it up, I'll lock it up, and then he'll sell it to his friends. The good thing about this guy, he has business partners that he's known through the car sales industry. They are from Mexico. They have a lot of money. So that's what one of the components that I was missing is knowing people that don't care making 80K on a property. They're okay making 10 because they're new people to the industry, but they have a lot of money. So they have bigger pockets. So they don't mind paying $170 property where other investors like to pay in 140. So that's the story with this one. That pre-foreclosure. And I have another property that I got to send a contract for 150 that I think I'm having sold for 165 that I've been following up with for a while. I'll tell you as soon as I lock it up, send them the agreement and we'll talk about it. But yeah, so that's the wrap up for the week. So yeah, Aisha, you have a question. You had a question about in the group. I'm ready for you.
Yeah, remember the property that I had discussed with you?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I convinced the owner to carry a note if I pay off the present lien that's bearing heavy on them. So
Okay.
she'll carry the note and she'll let me rehab it.
Perfect.
She'll carry the note for 1 year.
Okay. So it was the sales price was 60, 65?
She's selling it for 64. She'll carry the note for 43,000. And the lien is around 21,000. So 21 is I have to come up with. 43 is she'll carry for 1 year. And then I have to bring in somebody to foot the bill for the rehab. Rehab is going to be extensive because I'll have to build out at least 400 square feet and add to make it a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. The good thing about it, which I discovered later, was it's in a B zone. So I can actually have 2 houses on the same lot. And yeah.
Can you sell? Can you subdivide?
Yes, I can subdivide as long as I have approachable separate driveways which are 10 foot each.
Okay.
So that's not my exit strategy. My exit strategy is I want to hold on to it because this is in an up and coming area which still hasn't seen the bigger investors come
full-
in. Yes, I am way ahead of the game if I come in at this price point. And also, there are a lot of people, 2 streets over, there's somebody who's doing midterm rentals and earning from $3 to $3,900 a month, furnished.
Yeah.
And for a 4-2, they're earning $6,000 a month. These are just two of their properties. So the midterm rental market is strong in this area. So if I hold on to it and ride the market, when there's a downturn, refi out, when I'm done with the rehab, it will still be a win-win situation.
Yep. There will
So
always
right now, I'm looking for not a hard money lender. I'm looking for a private money.
Okay. And again, so again, the thing that you need to look at as far as what's going to be the cost, because right now the term sheet, I don't know if I explained to you, the term sheet that I got for a hard money lender was 14%.
Yeah, no, they are ridiculously high right now. That's why I'm looking for private money, not which is relationship based, not people, these loan sharks. Not at all.
Do you have anybody that you think?
Yeah, I have somebody who's ready to come in with 40K. I need another 35.
Okay. So you have 1 year to pay her off, right?
1 year to pay her off. Exactly. Yes.
What is there a monthly payment that she said that she
Nothing.
wants?
Nothing. As long as I pay off that 21K lien, which is not her doing, which is the person she had sold the house on owner finance to. That is the person who racked up this lien on the house. That's why she had to get him to leave and took the house back.
So the sales price, what was the sales price to you?
64K.
64K. And that's what you got to bring to a table in a year.
Yes. 21K I pay right now. 21K.
Oh, so she wants you to pay off the lien right now?
Yes, right now. So she'll be carrying 43K.
43, okay. So you need to come up with the 21, whatever. Have you tried to reach out?
21 I have. 21 I have. I just need somebody to partner up for the rehab part. I already have the team ready to go and rehab. I already have it sketched out what I want to do.
Okay. Have you reached out to this person so you can save a little bit of money as far as from the lien?
Which person?
The person that put the lien on the property?
No, it's some property tax loan shark.
So it's not a person, it's a business that put the lien on it.
It's a business that put a lien on it, because that previous person they had sold it to took a property tax loan from them and never even paid the property tax.
I get you. Yeah, definitely. I get you. So yeah, you can't reduce those.
No, I can't. Hard. Yes.
So congratulations.
That's why she wants
congratulations.
That to be paid off.
How did that conversation go for her to hold the note?
I just said, you see, I said in this market a 2 of 1, my marketability will be low, because 2-1, how many people will buy or rent even? For me to make it more marketable and to a wider audience, I have to make it a 3-2, and to future proof myself also, because I intend to buy, refinance and hold it. So she understood, and her husband kept saying, "Oh, but I have somebody who's ready to close in 2 weeks and with cash in hand." And I said, "Yeah, sure, go ahead, please sell it to them." But the wife, who is the owner, kept saying, "No, I like her. She's earnest and she wants to bring about a change in this area, a positive change. And she's good. I trust her, because she's in the business to make changes for the positive." Yes, to improve. And the other person never ever turned up, and she's visited with us 2-3 times. We know she's a person. She's not just a text message or just an email.
Yeah. I think that your rapport building with her was the deciding factor for you to be able to
exactly. And I told her, I said, if I bring in so much money for this thing and then bring so much money for the rehab, I said, your cost will be different from mine, because your husband does so much of the work. I don't.
Yeah.
I have to bring in a team. My cost will be different. So right off the bat, I'll be in the negative. And I don't want to be in the negative. I want to bring about positivity while the future is brighter also for both of us. And she agreed with me.
Perfect. Again, yeah, congratulations. Yeah, definitely. That's good. Again, there's multiple ways to buy properties, and one of the variables is just that, like your rapport building with the client.
Yes.
But yeah, congratulations. Again, I wish and I hope that you get that harm. What are you thinking the rehab is gonna be?
75.
75,000. So what's your next step to try to get? You say you have somebody lined up for the 75,000.
40.
Somebody has 40. Okay, and this 75,000, that's like you have multiple bids on it, or where did you get this number?
I do rehabs myself, so I know how much it's going to cost me. Also, this is on the low side, and I have a guy who will do the whole work, get the whole work done for me, and it includes his piece also.
Okay. Just
Yeah. So
don't
because he does it with speed, he does it right, he does it quickly. He builds houses for other investors from ground up, and he's been doing it for 5, 6, 7 years, and I've known him for 8 years.
I get you. Just make sure that you vet him enough, because again, and you control your money. Don't.
No. I will control the money.
Yeah.
Because I'll be there at least 2 times a day, anyways.
I get you. Nope, it's perfect. Congratulations. Take pictures of it and put it in the group so you guys can give us what's it called, status updates on it.
Yeah, I still have to find the money person first. So that's why I wanted to contact you, Arturo, because see, you look through public records, correct? And I want to find people in the second lien position. Those are the people usually not companies or groups or something, who are the private lenders, who are part of a creative deal.
I get you.
Because these primary ones, investors who are the hard ballers, they want to be the first lien holders. The others who just want a return on their money, they'll be okay with being in the second position. So that's why I wanted to ask you, how do you look for second lien holders?
I don't know how to. The way that you look for second position is look for the first ones and talk to them. Don't talk to the businesses. Talk to the first lien positions, and then explain to them the deal that you have in your hands.
Okay.
Because for me, I have, through all the transactions that I've done, as far as looking the properties, looking at the what's it called, the transactions as far as lending, I have not seen a second position.
Okay.
Because you can tell first position is this, and then second position is this when the title goes back. I have not seen the second position. Any person with a second position. Now, let's say worst case scenario, Aisha, that you don't get a second position lien, you don't get the money for a second position.
I can ask her to let somebody else be in the first position and she be in the second position. Right?
You can do that. Yeah, you can definitely do that.
That way I'll have a bigger net of people to come in.
Yes. Or one of the things that some people do, especially when they're starting, if you have good credit, you only need like 30 something to be able to get to finish it. You can always get a credit card from Home Depot, or get multiple credit cards. I know it's not wise to get into credit card debt, but it's not wise to get into credit card debt for like luxury spending, like a new watch.
It's for a money producing.
Yes, this is gonna be your project. You know what? I'm gonna go into debt because I know if you borrow like on a regular credit card, that's 5,000. If you borrow the whole 5,000, you're only paying around like $300 a month, which is nothing compared to what you do. But if you have credit, maybe you don't, or you know somebody else that has credit. You know what? Hey, would you mind leveraging your credit for a 10% return on whatever you lend me?
Okay.
And again, that's the way. Again, money is money. Cash is to maybe pay the employees or whatever.
The workers,
the credit cards you can, again, Lowe's, Home Depot. That's where you're gonna buy
for material
stuff. Yes. So that's another avenue that you might want to, either your personal credit, I don't know how it is, or somebody that you know. I try to be outside family. Maybe like a somebody like a friend of yours that you know, somebody wants to get into real estate, so that you can bring him into the project. They can feel ownership of the project. Make sure you have the right paperwork. You know what? This is going to be you. This is going to be your position. As you land, we're going to have a position of 35,000 or whatever in credit card. Make sure you have the availability for that, so that he knows, and you include him, so he finds himself as being an investor through you just using his credit cards. I think people are more flexible to lend you on credit than to lend you cash.
Yes.
Because credit, the only reason why they have that capability to use the credit is because they make payments consistently
on time.
Not because they earn, as far as, it's not money that they earn. It's just the credit for the credit performance,
which they've built up over a period of time. Yes.
Yeah. So that can be another avenue. In worst case.
And I also started looking into the public data for these IRA, self-directed IRA people. Custodian accounts, custodian accounts holders. So I found 49 at least. What's those two big companies that do self-directed IRA? I found.
You found them already?
Yeah, I found one of them, and I started looking up because these people had bought these properties in their self-directed IRAs. So that means they may be ready to buy more or lend money in it and earn a return on it.
I get you. Okay.
See, that's the reason people have self-directed IRAs, is they're not bound by the mutual funds only. They have more variety of things to invest in. Like equity, I've forgotten the name. These two big companies, equity something, and there's another one. There are two major players in the market. So I remembered one of the names. So I put that in and I started looking up, and I found 49 properties being bought recently.
I get you. I see. Perfect. Again, that's the way that I would do it. Just to, again, move the needle, as far as either talk to those people that the custodians for the self-directed IRA, talk to all these people that are that are lenders, but maybe the ones that are not businesses, just like someone lending money. You can tell, maybe it doesn't say it's a lender, but you can tell if it's a warranty deal with the vendor's team, and you see that if the house needed a rehab, maybe that's a lender.
Yes.
And talk to them, tell them this is what I'm trying to do. Again, I have
another thing, taking the cue from you and inspiration from you, I started looking up houses that were on the market that were selling or have already sold, which were brand new. If they're brand new, that means they took a loan and they were one-off builders, or maybe they did 2 or 3 projects. So I went into their notes to see who were their lenders. Because of course, these are also those kind of lenders. They are short-term rental lenders. So I found a few of them that way, who turned out not to be hard money lenders, but they do private equity loans. So that's another way I've started looking and trying to find lenders who are private equity and who are not hard money.
Yeah, that's exactly, again. And yeah, it opens avenues just by, again, hearing other people, because maybe by being exposed to other people's way of thinking, again, you know what, let me try this now. And yeah, congratulations, definitely. That works. Again, getting to know, like, one of the things, getting to know your market is going to be the key thing. Getting to know maybe it's not your direct market, maybe you're doing a virtual market, but just learning from it. The
thing is, I've always done my own rehabs with my own money, but that's not the way to grow at all, ever. I was away from the market for a long time, so now I'm getting back in. So I need to develop these relationships with private money holders. Again, not loan sharks.
Yeah, definitely. You need to,
because if I can show I can perform,
build relationships.
I can perform there with creating relationships exactly as you teach.
Yep, that's gonna be the key. Yeah, because you can, like I was telling the guy that I was met, like, my money can go a certain way only, but if I bring other people's money through relationships and I present him, like I was telling him, if the deal's good, the money will come.
The money will come, exactly.
Yeah, it's not the other way around. If the deal is real good, the money's gonna come. There's no other reason for the money not to come if the deal is good. So don't worry
And
about that.
also, by the way, within that 64K, she will pay the property taxes. It includes everything. In that 64K, basically the lien is getting paid for by her, not me. Do you see?
Perfect. Yeah, no,
It's
that's
not like
perfect.
64K plus the liens, plus the property taxes, plus all the closing costs. No. Within the 64K, all those expenses will be paid.
Yeah, no, definitely. Again, that's great that you got that. And definitely, that's great that you're getting back into the groove of doing real estate. And
Yes.
again, the better that you start building the foundation of people that you know that are ready to lend you. Again, just make sure you perform on this deal. You perform good, so you have good track history. And then again, there should be no reason why you shouldn't be able to get more deals. Just
Yes.
using this deal as experience, as far as, you know what, let me try to negotiate with this other this other seller the same way that I renegotiated with this lady.
There's one more that I'm trying to get a hold of. He contacted me after 2 years that if I'm going to sell, I'm going to sell it to you only.
Wow,
But
that's
then
great rapport
then he
building.
disappeared, and then I was thinking I'm going to do a search on him and go to his house and door knock and ask him face to face, like I always do.
Yep. Build that relationship, because again, follow up is key. Some clients are not ready right now. Some clients are ready in 6 months, a year, 2 years,
Yeah,
3 years.
like this particular one called me after 2 years. He said, you gave me good advice. You told me not to sell right now. And now I am ready to sell. So I'm only going to sell to you.
Perfect. And you see that relationship building and telling the customer what's better for them, it's gonna benefit you in the long run.
Exactly. It's if you are ready to serve the seller will come around to your way if the deal is to be made.
Yep.
You'll be the first person they'll call instead of
Yep.
those 1,000 postcards they have to go through.
I've gotten those calls where, you know what, maybe they give him more on other clients or other people call them, but again, you had a great rapport building with me that I just decided I want you to be able to make money on this property.
Yes, exactly. It's
Well,
a relationship
congratulations.
business.
Yep, it's relationship business. Yeah, relationship and follow-ups and having the guts to ask the questions. I don't have cash. Can you owner finance to me? Well, yeah, Aisha, congratulations again. We definitely look forward to hearing you.
Congratulations to you, Arturo, for your big.
Yeah, that deal again. That's it's crazy. Like, and I was thinking it's just the same. Again, I'm doing the same thing, and when it's a small house, it's just that one of the biggest hurdles is mental hurdles. It's just a bigger number. It's the same paperwork. Is going to be the same transaction as far as talking to the seller, getting around the contract.
Only the dollar amount is higher.
Yeah, for this one, I'll have to do a double close. I already have a transactional lender ready for it. It's the same thing. It's a bigger number, and it makes a bigger impact. You know what I mean? In one transaction, it makes a bigger impact.
Yeah, so, yeah, and you can even take some time off with this one.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for this one to go through the process and fun. But yeah, it came from a 3 cent from a 0.7 cent RVM. Yeah, and just having the right conversations with the seller. Do you have anything else? And he said yes, and again, here we are.
Again, we are rooting for you. I hope this deal pulls through with the best of profits for you.
Yep, I appreciate it, Isha, and definitely good energy is always appreciated.
Okay, thank you so much, Arturo. I waited.
All right, be safe.
The whole week.
Sorry, I was late, but yeah, guys, thank you for logging in. Thank you guys for watching online. Again, next week I'll give you updated. I'll keep you updated as far as what my paperwork and my weekly goes by. And Aisha, I'm gonna keep on asking. When I see you logged in, I'll ask you, hey, how's that transaction going? Sure. Again, the best of vibes, the best of energy towards you and your transactions. Again, guys, for everybody. Again, have a great weekend. Don't stop. Again, consistency will always be the killer of any other competition, and that is what it is. So stay safe out there, guys. See you guys next week. If you have any questions, log into the group. Again, if you have any specific questions, sometimes I don't log into the group often, but add me at the group and ask me a question, and I'll make sure that I go over it either there with you or when I go live on Fridays. So guys, thank you. Guys, be safe, and again, enjoy your weekend. Again, don't stop working.